Yo, another thing I pointed out too, the spirit of this age right now, these 2020s, it's like a running of two movies at the same time. One of the movies being The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and then another movie being Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So the spirit of this age is like two movies rolled into one. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what you got going on. These two movies happening at the same time, in the same space. It's like, yo, T, this sounds a little far-fetched. Well, hear me out. The Body Snatchers, if something is snatching a body, this is a head without a body. This is a king without a kingdom, right? Essentially, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking literal. Although to comment on that goes back to the soul walkouts again. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The Body Snatchers being, whether you believe it or not, you know, some schools of thought say it's aliens that come in many different forms. Not just your green man concept, but just really interdimensional beings that can't be seen nor sensed, influencing people's thoughts, etherically, energetically, emotional, psychologically, etc. So these things, they're the body snatchers, or you could call them demons, you could call them bad thoughts, you know, you can call it hanging out with the wrong group of people. They're body snatchers. They'll snatch the body because they're looking to add more people to their group, to their thing, to their philosophy, to their way of living, their way of seeing things. So they're looking for a body. They're the headless horsemen. Well, no, they're not the headless horsemen. They have a head. They're just floating heads looking for a body. So those are the body snatchers. They don't have a head, but they just go from body to body, mimicking this person, mimicking that person. They want to be this one. They want to be that one. Whoever's popular, they want to be these people. You know, that's who they want to be. They want to become them. Flattery and imitation. Cloning again. And then you got the headless horsemen. They're riding good. They're undefeated. They have, not undefeated, they lost their head, but they have a conquest. And they go on conquering. And the Sleepy Hollow, what is the Sleepy Hollow? The unknown hologram is a Sleepy Hollow, not an awakened hollow, but a Sleepy Hollow. Everybody in this hollow is sleep. Everybody in this grove, in this valley, is sleep. Not everybody, but the overtone of the ages of unknowingness, of ignorance, of inexperience, of a lack of knowledge. And so you have this perishing going on in Sleepy Hollow, where the main villain, the main antagonist, is a person without a head that's riding around taking other people's heads off because they're missing a head. They're a body, but they're looking for a leader. They're a head, so they're cutting off other leaders, separating other heads from bodies. They're the headless horsemen. And the only person who is the protagonist is depressed, is only half of themselves, is Ichabod Crane, which I think in the scriptures even that name means to be sickly. So here's a person who's the hero of a story, and he's got both a head and a body, but he's only half himself because he's living in a sleepy time. He's living in a sleepy hollow, a sleepy environment. If there was at least 50 of him in the village, the headless horseman would not be a threat. So that's the headless horseman in the Sleepy Hollow environment that's taking place as these body snatchers invade. So watch your head, watch your body, watch your leadership, and watch your circle. Super T Sigma programming.